Every year, over $2 billion find their way out of Nigeria to Europe, Asia, and across the world in search for medical um, support. In Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria, Governor Rumoino today would be turning on the switch to turn all of what Nigeria has over 2 to 3 decades continued to lose to the rest of the world and apparently bring them to Nigeria. My name is Samuel Ayara, and on this part of the conversation, we'll be bringing you up to speed with what's happening across Akwa Ibom, especially on a day like today, when Professor Ali Pate, the Nigeria's Minister for Health, would be arriving at Akwa Ibom State to perform the official unveiling of the Ibom International Hospital. Ibom International Hospital is built to sit within what the JSCI, the Joint Commission International, would accept as a medical facility that is adequately fit to be referred to as a quaternary referral center. This is part of Governor Rumoino's commitment to turning around all of what's happening in Akwa Ibom State and give us that international and global picture of what healthcare should be. 23 departments, not less than 23 departments, 8th floor including a basement, and with a facility to host those that will be working here. This is a facility of wonder. This is one facility that will revolutionize healthcare. This is one facility that would change the mindset, the window upon which the rest of the world view healthcare view healthcare from when it comes to what Nigeria can offer. But how much of this really resonates? How well does this resonate with medical practitioners? I'm being joined by Dr. Enobong Akpan. Dr. Enobong Akpan is a state programs manager of the Action Committee Against AIDS. This is a huge commitment. This shows Governor Rumoino's huge commitment to healthcare in another dimension, magnitude, and scale. As a medical doctor, what does this signal for you as a person? What do you think of this facility on completion?
Certainly, Samayara, today is a great day in the health sector of Akwa Ibom State, and for us in the agency that is saddled with the responsibility of controlling HIV and other related illnesses in the state, we could only be proud of such a day as today, a day that Akwa Ibom again has placed itself in the map in terms of medical tourism, in terms of exporting medical health care. So we are not just talking about providing healthcare services locally, but we are talking about giving global standards of healthcare management. And so we are very excited, and I want to strongly appreciate the vision and the determination and the passion of our governor, who does not play politics with the health of our people. Today we are seeing people coming from all the parts of the state and the country and even outside the country to witness this global and epic event. And for me, it's a landmark event that will see that Akwa Ibom is well positioned to strengthen medical tourism, to answer all the reasons our stakeholders, our politicians, all the reasons why they travel out for medical care. The Ibom International Hospital is going to provide solutions that will meet the standards globally. So I'm very proud.
All right, would you want to hazard the mention of some of the facilities, one or some of the
That you have the highest level and the highest standards of medical care. But there are so many facilities that are within this structure. Very many. You would have the Ibom Hospital itself. You would have a pharmaceutical research lab. You would have the village hub for the professionals, houses that the governor is also building for people that will be working there. You have gardens, you have, lots of very many places that time might fail me to count. But one thing for sure, you would have all the world-class specialist units you could ever think of. They will be here.
All right, so talking about many thanks, Dr. Nobon Akpan, which was that it is sure a big day for medical professionals and it won't be any different for you. All right, so talking about JCI evaluation, you would love to know that what Joint Commission on International, when it comes to evaluating medical facilities across the world, has to do with ensuring patient safety, facility management, and all of what would make for effective provision of medical services. And then joining us is the chairman, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly Committee on Health. You just would understand that there is no way this facility would come to this level. There won't be today without the appropriations from the House of Assembly. And then joining me is Honorable Moses Essien, Chairman Health Committee, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly. Walking in here, does this look like the magnitude of facility the executive brought when they required approvals for this facility to be built?
Yeah, first and foremost, let me thank His Excellency Pastor Moino for laying up the expectation of the people of Akwa Ibom State. This facility is one of those facilities that shows that the governor is making effective utilization of the appropriation we met in the House of Assembly to the governor. This facility is also showing that the governor is committed to ensuring that health needs of the people of Akwa Ibom State is taken care of. This particular facility is also a demonstration of the commitments of the governor in actualizing the blueprints of the Arise agenda as related to the health sector of the state. This facility also makes people not to travel outside to look for any of their health needs, because with the kind of facility we are going to put forward today is going to show that every bit of our health needs in the state can be taken care of. This facility will also make for medical tourism. We will be able to have a lot of persons coming in outside the country coming to look for health needs in Akwa Ibom State. So Ibom International Hospital is a dream come true, and we are so proud of the governor for living up to the expectation, and we are justified by the House of Assembly that what we met, the governor is doing effectively use of the finances appropriated for the governor.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Moses Essien. All right, so there is still so much we'd want to hear from a cross mix of Akwa Ibom people, and joining us almost immediately is the man people love to call the Director General of Government Business.
All forms of areas of internal medicine. There is orthopedics, there is pediatrics. All are various units which the governor had designed from the beginning. So we had always said we were going to do this, and the governor is just doing what he said he was going to do from the time he started the campaigns.
All right, thank you so very much, Chief Asam. I'm pretty sure that as a man who knows what it feels like to fund medical bills outside Nigeria, this to you looks like Christmas gifts.
Absolutely, it's a Christmas present.
All right, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so we'll continue to have these conversations. We'll continue to have more people join us. We'll continue to have would have the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Health, and then who would come to tell us about this facility. Of course, when you look at a day like this, you just would know that it is Akwa Ibom's day of history. It is a day Akwa Ibom would love to identify and reckon with. It is a day that has opened the state to such ambitious commitment to revolutionizing healthcare from primary health care to secondary health care. In primary health care, it might interest you to recall that the governor is currently building across the state, in each of the 31 local government areas, a primary health care facility, a model primary health care facility that fits perfectly into what other parts of the country would describe as a general hospital. But again, on the flip side of that, you would also love to know that in Akwa Ibom State, on a day like this, we are beginning to envisage what all of this would portend for the growth of the healthcare sector. And when you swing beyond all of that, you can readily picture an Akwa Ibom State where people can access Medicare without necessarily having to exit the shores of the nation. And then for a day like this, people would love to applaud Governor Rumeno. For a day like this, people would
very good
love
afternoon to
be
all of us.
excited.
But let me
for a day like this, people would be reminded
respectfully request that we take our
State has
seats.
reinvented what used to be a major challenge. And then when you come to the light of that, you simply would know that on a day like this, Akwa Ibom State has reinvented itself, and in more ways than few. Okay, in more ways than few, has drawn up a picture of what healthcare is and what healthcare should look like.
Appreciate
and then
your
joining
presence.
me on the conversation would be the immediate
And we
past commissioner
most
for health
respectfully
in the
welcome
state,
all of you.
and of course the delivery
Please
advisor
let's do well
for
to
this
take our seats.
project,
Comrade Marcos.
Professor Augustine
Comrade Marcos.
Umar. Professor Augustine Umar has been around long enough, and then I'm sure today is you are very happy coming to see the governor show up today to unveil this very project. But as a medical practitioner of quite a number of decades, what does it signal for the future of Medicare in Akwa Ibom and Nigeria?
I must say that this is a very ambitious project by the governor, and as far as healthcare is concerned, has completely opened a new vista.
Ladies and gentlemen,
to
we
healthcare. And we are going to
acknowledge the arrival of Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor
courtesy of His Excellency
of Akwa Ibom State,
because he's provided for
who
us
has just joined us here,
basics.
and still acknowledging
So
the chairs
he's also
and pleasantries.
for us the Ibom International Hospital, which is at the other end of the provision of healthcare, the highest level you can think of. So be it at the lower rung or at the upper level, you are going to find and receive health care of an unbelievable level of magnitude in Akwa Ibom State, courtesy of His Excellency the Governor.
Then are you worried? Are you bothered about what could likely be the impression of Nigeria's Minister of Health today? Looking at the fact that a year ago or thereabouts, when he came, in one day we saw him commission the oxygen plant, the accident and emergency center, and of course the operational best for the primary health care. Today, in this same state, what do you possibly think would be the impression of Professor Ali Pate?
Well, putting myself in his shoes and knowing what has gone on, like you have rightly mentioned, I believe that his impression will be that of immense satisfaction. The impression will be great, and he will be surely happy that something like this is happening at the level of the subnational to provide care and also to augment what he is doing as Honorable Minister of Health to provide health care to the people of Nigeria.
Many thanks, Professor Augustine Umar. Okay, well, you'd also probably love to have, viewers would love to also have an insight into what departments this hospital would comprise of. So if you wish, maybe just a mention of some of the departments we'll be having here.
At this facility, we will have at the topmost specialist level, virtually all the departments that you can think of that are relevant in health. We will have the departments of surgery, we'll have departments of medicine, we'll have obstetrics and gynecology, we'll have pediatrics, but very importantly, we have an oncology center and department that would match anywhere else in the world. That oncology has to do with cancer. So recently you would have heard that everywhere cancer seems to be a problem here and there. His Excellency the Governor has taken a step of providing facilities for care of cancers and both prevention and care of cancers at the highest level. But we are not, the facility will not only look at
Ladies and
people
gentlemen,
who
please.
have problems. The
The brass
facility will
band,
have
if
a
you can
wellness
hold.
center that will take care and
The brass band, you
assist
can
with
hold for a
prevention
minute.
for people who wish to keep their
Please, I
health
want
and
to
not
request
necessarily
everyone standing on the aisle.
fall sick. The facility
You are advised.
has a diagnostic center that will match any way that you can think of. A diagnostic center. So we people who want to do their checks, health updates, and all that can simply walk into this facility, and they'll have the topmost best facilities and human capacity to provide this care for them. These are just few of the several over 30 departments that we will have in this facility.
All right, many thanks, Professor Augustine Umar. So good to have you on the conversation. We'll look forward to seeing you work on this facility. All right, still so much about the Ibom International Hospital. 8 floor, including the basement, that would make it 9, and of course 23 plus departments. So much to reflect on a day like this. And then when you look at where Akwa Ibom stands currently on the rung of healthcare, of sustainable healthcare, you quite would agree with me that Akwa Ibom has taken the right path and footing. And then joining us right now is the chairman of the State Health Insurance Agency, Dr. Edikan Ekwere. And I am sure this day is a big one for you. We've seen how you can see how towering he looks, and then I'm sure his joy is as tall as he is. Talk to us about what this would contribute to Medicare in Akwa Ibom State.
This is a very innovative project by His Excellency the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Umar Basino, PhD. This will turn around the medical ecosystem in the state and will bring about a full value chain in terms of healthcare. So I give kudos to the governor for the vision that he has brought to bear in Akwa Ibom State. And I pray that God should continue to give him the wisdom, the power, and the energy to continue to do well for Akwa Ibom State and make sure that the people of Akwa Ibom State benefit maximally from this innovative structure.
All right, many thanks, Dr. Edikan Ekwere. All right, so we'll continue to have more Akwa Ibom people join us, and then in joining us, they simply would tell us, most of them won't be joining us from the medical perspective. Most of them would be joining us as citizens who understands how much Nigeria has had to lose to medical tourism. And then joining us is engineer Etido Inyang. Welcome, sir. I saw you beaming with smiles as you approached this very venue. Obviously, there is something big, there is something revolutionary about the health sector in Akwa Ibom State. But what does this mean for you as a citizen?
Yeah, I want to thank His Excellency Pastor Moino for this vision. Health is one of the most important aspects of governance, and he has paid so much attention to it. I want to thank him for the creation of the medical corridor. And when you look at the content of the medical corridor, for me, it's not only for the people of Akwa Ibom State, it's for the whole country. And people can even come in, for medical tourism. So for this that is going to unveil today, once the content is being unveiled, people will now realize why he has gone this way. Because so many people have died out of not knowing, not having an opportunity of an excellent diagnosis, which this hospital stands to. And then for the cancer, cancer has devoured so many souls that would have been of importance to the country and even Akwa Ibom State. For him to concentrate on that, for me, is a thing of joy for us, the people of Akwa Ibom State. So I want to thank him once again and all of the medical team. And I thank the Minister of Health for coming to unveil this. So apart from the edifice, I'm not being tweeted towards the edifice only. The content, the machines that are going to come, first-class machines that are being highlighted to come in, for me is something that
His Excellency will get an award for this because it takes an ingenuity, at this level to be able to get it done. So once again, I must congratulate the people of Akwa Ibom State, congratulate the government of Akwa Ibom State led by His Excellency Pastor Moino.
Well, but beyond this investment in quaternary health, can you rightly agree that the governor has committed a lot into Medicare in the state? Looking at the investment in primary healthcare, secondary healthcare, and other aspects of healthcare, can you agree that Governor Moino in 3 years has been able to fulfill his promise of qualitative healthcare he promised in 2023?
Yes, if you follow the rhythm, if you follow the program, he didn't just come as the first option to this specialist hospital. He started with the grassroots. So for him to do so many hospitals, I don't want to mention numbers, and now it's culminating into this. It means that he is prepared for this big one. So he started with the local government, started with the primary healthcare system, to the secondary, and now to the tertiary.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Engineer T. All right, so we continue to have more Akwa Ibom people. We continue to have more Akwa Ibom people join us. And then just immediately before we switch the cameras to receive the governor, is Senator Aloysius Etok. His facility is in his local government area. How do you feel having this creation of Governor Umano in Ikono and opportuned around where you come from?
We feel elated. We feel very, very excited. And we are very, very grateful to the government for this level of inclusiveness to spread projects across the length and breadth of the state. Therefore, today we are very, very thankful to the governor, and may his reign be real and bountiful in Jesus' name. Therefore, we are very thankful. We are very, very thankful that he has done this for us. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Senator Aloysius Etok. And of course, in no time from now, if we had another camera, you would have been seeing how beautiful the ambience is. It is switching into all shades and forms of excitement. You would see faces and minds of pretty excited Akwa Ibom people who just love beautiful things. Akwa Ibom people who love to be participants on a day like this. Akwa Ibom people who love to be witnesses to great innovation. Akwa Ibom people who love to experience this strength of vision, such that Governor Umano has made possible in Akwa Ibom State. Today, people from the different spectrum of our social divide, people from different strata of our political divide, people from across the 31 local government areas of the state are converged on the International Hospital, Ibom International Hospital facility to witness what arguably would pass for Nigeria's most ambitious healthcare sector-driven initiative. This Beyond Optimized Healthcare is also designed to position Akwa Ibom State on the map of healthcare and of Medicare in Africa. And when you begin to see people arrive at Akwa Ibom State, I trust you remember that Akwa Ibom has remained and will always be home to the finest brand of tourism. This is medical tourism unveiling. This is medical tourism unveiling. This is productivity pitched. This is what Governor Umano in just 3 years has been able to commit to ensuring that governance isn't just about policies. Governance is about actions, valid actions on ground. As you begin to see the ambience and you behold what is happening here, I'm sure that from the recesses of your home, from your homes, you can better imagine what Governor Umano has set out to achieve on a day like this. And then you can never miss it. You just can't make no mistake about this. On a day like this, you simply would understand that Governor Umano is setting the standard, elevating the scope, and of course, launching Akwa Ibom State back to where to a height that has always been the dreams and aspirations of our forebears. when this comes to play, when this comes to life, when this is done with today, you already would have known that today won't be the first day that the first block work will be commencing here. So much about the piling, so much about the foundational processes had long been concluded. And it's phenomenal that with Governor Rumoino, these projects of this magnitude had better commenced before they are unveiled to the public. So today, Nigerians, Akwa Ibom people, and other Nigerians who are interested in quality healthcare would be seeing the unveiling of a state-of-the-art Ibom International Hospital project that is already in the works. And I trust that you continue to enjoy yourselves and continue to find more reasons to believe and trust in what Governor Rumoino is delivering to the people. If this is Arise 1.0, you better can imagine what Arise 2.0 would be. But as we switch the cameras, as we switch the mics to the rest of the event, I trust that you continue to stay updated, glued to your screen to get to know, pick up all the bits and pieces of what Governor Rumoino is doing to optimize healthcare in Akwa Ibom State. My name is Samuel Ayara, and I trust you have been so far informed, you have been so far enlightened and exposed to what Governor Rumoino is bringing on board when it comes to healthcare development in the state. I hand you over to the rest of the event. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the signs are clear that a very special guest of honor, we welcome all of them, thanking them for joining His Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Moino, PhD, as we commemorate for the turning of SOD, for the construction of the Ibom International Hospital here in Akwa Ibom State, steadily, progressively turning our state to the destination of choice in West Africa and definitely Nigeria. Gentlemen, we continue to celebrate His Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Omoino, PhD, and the Honorable Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Muhammad Ali Pate, who has also joined us here. It's not his first time in Akwa Ibom State. Gentlemen, it's another day to celebrate intentional leadership, to celebrate leadership that is running according to an established plan, the Arise agenda, to celebrate strategic collaboration, Akwa Ibom State working hand in hand with the center. Thank you very much, the brass band. Your Excellency is pleased to get us started officially. We will take the anthems. First, the national anthem. the Akwa Ibom State Anthem. May I crave our indulgence to stand for another 1 minute while I welcome the Reverend Dr. Godwin Amawu, the National Secretary of the Assemblies of God Church, to come lead all of us as we hand over these events to the hands of God, who will lead proceedings moving forward. The Reverend Doctor, please.
Our Father and God, we thank you for today, another big day in Akwa Ibom State, another big day in Nigeria, our dear country. We want to thank you for sparing our lives to witness this August event of unveiling of the construction of Ibom International Hospital, courtesy of the Son that you designed for Akwa Ibom State at a time like this. This is a fulfillment of the scripture that you created all things for your pleasure. You created Pastor Omoino for your pleasure, and you gave him to us as one who reigns over Akwa Ibom State in righteousness. Thank you for this august event. Thank you for this prodigious event. Thank you for this mega project of the Arise agenda that we are witnessing today. May all glory and praise be ascribed to you. In the name of Jesus, we pray that, oh God, as this project is going to be unveiled today, the grace to start comes from you, and the grace to accomplish also comes from you. Bring the contractor into your hands. All those who will be associated with the construction of this laudable project, that the grace of finishing will be upon them. Even as we declare this event open today, in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, our prayer is in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you so much, the Reverend Dr. Godwin Amawu. Your Excellency, our Governor, Your Excellency, our very special guest of honor, we're delighted to welcome all of you who are here today as we mark the turning of SOD for the construction of what will be one of the best held facilities, not in Nigeria, not in West Africa, but arguably in the entire world. We're very excited that God kept you and spared your life to make it today. I want to invite all of you in the first instance to put your hands together as I take few recognitions to get this event started, to celebrate His Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, the visionary who is steadily translating his vision to tangible projects. Please, can you put your hands together and honor Pastor Omoino, PhD, Governor of Akwa Ibom State. We'd like to most respectfully honor the distinguished Senator Dr. Mrs. Akone Yarenye. Please, can we honor her? I also celebrate the presence of the Coordinator Office of the First Lady, and of course she is here with her spouse. Can we celebrate the noble lady Helen Neno Obareke and spouse, please? A very special guest of honor today. This is not his first time in Akwa Ibom State, But every time he comes here for a good reason. Can I please invite all of us to honor and celebrate the Honorable Coordinating Minister for Health and Social Welfare in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Muhammad Ali Pate, Commander Order of the Niger. And the brass band, to manage time effectively, I would invite you at the end for a general salute. But let me ask all of us to honor our own son, the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Obong Emem, Ekberikbe Ekbo. Please, can we put our hands together to also honor him? We're delighted to receive here the Speaker of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, the Right Honorable Elder Udeme Otong. Please, can we celebrate him? Let me celebrate most respectfully the chairman of the All Progressives Congress, the leading party in Akwa Ibom, Nigeria, and Africa. Please, can we celebrate the great Stephen Ntokekbo, chairman APC, Akwa Ibom State. Let me honor most respectfully our distinguished senators and leaders from the National Assembly who have joined the Honorable Minister and His Excellency here this afternoon. I'd like to most respectfully honor distinguished Senator Effiong Dixon Bob and wife. Please, can we put our hands together to honor him? I also celebrate distinguished Senator Aloysius Etok and wife. Please, can we celebrate them? Thank you very much. And all members of the House of Representatives. Time would fail me if I have to name all the names. But let me celebrate Your Excellency. The member that speaks for Ibom Federal Constituency is a part of their land that we are seated on today. Please, can we celebrate the Right Honorable Ime Okun? Can we celebrate him, please? I'm excited to receive most respectfully the Director General of Campaigns, His Excellency Chief Asam Asam, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Please, can we honor him some more? Make the applause louder. Your Excellency will receive here most respectfully the Secretary to the Government of Akwa Ibom State, Prince Enobong Uwa. I'm happy to acknowledge all other members of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly. All of them are here today. Please, can we celebrate all of them? The Deputy Speaker, the Leader of the House, and of course the member that speaks for this state constituency. We thank all of you. Let me honor most respectfully, Your Excellency, all members of the State Executive Council through the Dean of the College, Mbesong Frank Achebong. Please, can we celebrate all of them? I will not fail to acknowledge, because this is a project within his ministry, specifically the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Akwa Ibom State, Dr. Ekem Emmanuel John. Please, can we celebrate him, of course, and his wife. Thank you so much. As I make efforts to say how to round off on the introductions, let me acknowledge some special guests that have come here with the Honorable Minister. Please, can we celebrate the National Coordinator of the Presidential Initiative for Unlocking the Healthcare Value Chain, Dr. Abdul Mukhtar. Please, can we put our hands together to honor him? Thank you very much. I'd like to also acknowledge the Executive Director of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Mui Aino. Please, can we put our hands together to honor him? Thank you. I'm happy to acknowledge the National Coordinator of the Sector-Wide Approach Coordination Unit, Dr. Muktaga Umar Sadiq. Please, can we put our hands together to honor him? Thank you very much. Of course, Alhaji Ahmed Yarema is also acknowledged, Special Assistant to the Honorable Minister. Please, can we put our hands together to honor all of these distinguished guests I've acknowledged. Your Excellency, I'd like to acknowledge the project coordinator on this project, Dr. Teye Sokari of Tokie Integrated Medical Services. He's here with his wife. Please, can we honor him? Thank you very much. I celebrate all the partners on this project who are here. Your Excellency, from Siemens, I acknowledge on their behalf Mr. Mohammed Shoki. Please, can we put our hands together to honor him? Thank you. From Mindre, I acknowledge Joseph Zing. Please, can we put our hands together to honor him wherever he's seated? Thank you very much. We truly honor all of you. Your Excellency, we have here the National President of the Nigerian Medical Association, who has come to be a part of this event. Please, can we celebrate, Professor Ernest Omote. Please, can we put our hands together to please celebrate him wherever he's seated. Thank you so much. We acknowledge you, and at the appointed time, I'm sure, we'll make some moments to hear from you. Your Excellency, there are lots of guests here, other affiliate medical organizations, but time would fail me if I have to name all the names. The head of the civil service of Akwa Ibom State is here, Mrs. Elsie Peters. The executive assistant to the governor is here, Mr. Niefiok Johnson. On behalf of all the other captains of industries, I acknowledge Mr. Wemo Koko, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. I need to end, but let me end by acknowledging the chairman of local government areas through the chairman of Algon, Dr. Wimedi Moudo. Please, can we celebrate him? And the chairman of Ikono, chairman of Ibom, and all the others, we celebrate you. The consultant on the project, architect Orok of Onel Consults, we celebrate you and celebrate all of you. Please, can I invite everyone in this auditorium, put your hands together, celebrate yourselves for want of time. But of course, our fathers are here, the paramount rulers, those who lead us from the grassroots. Please, can we put our hands together to celebrate all of the paramount rulers that are here? Can you please clap and celebrate all of them? We honor all of you, we thank you, and we appreciate you. Your Excellency, I thank you for the indulgence, but please, that's where I end on introductions. Let me most respectfully now welcome the chairman of Ikono and Ibom local government areas, the two of them to come to the microphone to jointly use 2 minutes to celebrate and welcome His Excellency the Governor and the special guest of honor, the Honorable Minister to Akwa Ibom State for this very strategic event.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Umobasi Eno. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, our mother, the Coordinator, Office of the First Lady, and your beloved husband, our special guest, the Minister of Health of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Speaker, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, distinguished guests, men of the press, ladies and gentlemen. If you need someone, Igonedio, APC, AP and say,
Akwa Ibom United.
Your Excellency, our assignment is very simple. First, we want to welcome you to Ibiono and Ikono local government area. Your Excellency, we want to thank you. We want to appreciate you on behalf of our people for this enormous project that you have put on ground for our people. We want to thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, we are very happy because we know the impact and importance of this structure that you have put for the people. It is committed investments, and the people of Ikono and Ibiono are not taking that for granted. That's why we will continue to place our commitment to make sure we continue to mobilize and we continue to protect and own the project so that by tomorrow we continue to see the project. Thank you, Your Excellency, on behalf of the people of Ikono and the people of Ibom local government area. I welcome you and I thank you, our special guests, for coming to the land of fulfillment, the land of promise. May God bless you for coming. May God also do wonders in your life and take all of us back safely to our different destinations in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much, the chairman both of Ibom local government area and Ikono local government area. Your Excellency, a lot of us are here but may not exactly understand what His Excellency has been going on about in the health sector. And I'm sure that a lot of people have seen formwork reinforcement and a lot of metals outside, but may not exactly understand why we are here. I'd like to please respectfully invite first the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Health in Akwa Ibom State, who will come to make us understand the doings, even if I say so, of His Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State in the health sector. Please, can we put our hands together, celebrate and welcome Dr. Ekem Emmanuel John. If you hold on the brass band, that I end by informing the Honorable Commissioner that his long address must not be longer than 7 minutes. Please, can we put our hands together to celebrate the Commissioner?
Your Excellency, our leader, Father and Governor, the health-loving Governor of Akwa Ibom State. Our special guest of honor this afternoon, the Honorable Coordinating Minister. Please permit me to rest on the protocol that has been very well enunciated. My name is Ekem Emmanuel John, and by God's grace and the election of His Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom, I serve as the Honorable Commissioner for Health. Today, we're gathered to flag off what is for us a very historic event. It's not just a groundbreaking ceremony. It's not just a flag off, but it is the birth of a new healthcare economy, the beginning of a new era in healthcare in our nation, and the creation of a legacy for generations to come by His Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom. But first, between 2023 and now, what has this governor been doing? We've been focused on building a resilient healthcare system in Akwa Ibom State, one that the Honorable Coordinating Minister of Health will be proud of because it makes his job for Nigeria easier. In our emergency medical services, we've built a rapid response and pre-hospital care team whose average response time is 10 minutes within the urban areas and around 20 to 30 minutes in the rural areas. We're working towards having functional PHCs in every ward. We're ensuring there's financial protection for everyone through our healthcare insurance. Our secondary health facilities are receiving a touch, and we're moving gradually to advanced diagnostics to allow for precision medicine. We're also on the journey to expand tertiary care. But let me inform that we're not also joking with oxygen security for healthcare delivery. Firstly, let's examine our SEMSAS, the State Emergency Medical Service and Ambulance System. Your Excellency, it may interest you to know that before the Honorable Coordinating Minister came on board, we didn't have a functional one in the country. So he set up NEMSAS and then asked states to do the same. I'm proud to say that this Governor of Akwa Ibom did not only set up one last year, but it is perhaps, and arguably so, the single most functional SEMSAS in the country. And the records, the statistics from the Federal Ministry of Health says so. You can ask Dr. Dobra, that statistics is not from me. On 1st of March 2025, the Honorable Minister, at the invitation of His Excellency, commissioned 31 ambulances, 3 of them intensive care unit ambulances, 18 ALS ambulances, and the rest BLS ambulances. But between then and now, what has been the outcome, the impact delivered? 2,100 plus calls received and 1,200 plus patients transported through our SEMSAS under 1 year. And on field stabilizations, at venue stabilization, 1,800 plus. We have an EOC that operates 24/7 every day. In that EOC, it is integrated with our public health emergency response. And the last time the NCDC DG was in Akwa Ibom, he lifted Akwa Ibom as a model for other states to copy. And we're very proud of this. Your Excellency, under our primary health care targets to meet one functional PHC in every ward, His Excellency embarked on the program of creating a model PHC in every local government. Again, March last year, the minister was here to flag off one, and I'll quote His Excellency the Minister, if he remembers. At the flag off, he did say, is this what you call a PHC? This is what some states refer to as a cottage hospital. So the governor is not just focused on the big projects, but is also owning the other projects. Through our health insurance scheme, we've had 200,000 plus persons enrolled. Let me say, our special guest, that before His Excellency Pastor Moino came on board, there was not a single person enrolled under health insurance in the Akwa Ibom State scheme. But on September 20th, 2024, the governor launched the Akwa Ibom State Health Insurance Scheme. And last year, that scheme was recognized as the fastest growing health insurance agency in the country by the Association for Managed Care. We're grateful for that investment, and the impact is a lot. Nearly 500,000 medical consultations made from then till now, and every doctor can imagine how many lives that have saved. Over 2,000 surgeries done free of charge for residents in Akwa Ibom, and over 1,000 cesarean sections. For those of us who are in the fight to battle maternal mortality, we understand how many deaths averted that cesarean section means. To others, it may just be mere statistics, but for us, it's very significant. But we're not stopping there. Again, before the advent of the Arise agenda of His Excellency, we didn't have oxygen security in Akwa Ibom. Everybody who needed oxygen had to go to neighboring states to get, and it was tiresome and burdensome. Then you can imagine the cost when the cost of transporting medical oxygen from neighboring states is then passed on to the patient. But today, we have 3 functional oxygen plants across 3 senatorial districts. That is intentional leadership. In our secondary healthcare facilities are receiving a distinct touch. Next month, we're preparing to flag off one at the airport metropolis. The Honorable Minister was able to see what we're doing there, and I'm sure he liked it. Then last year, November, the governor again commissioned a brand new general hospital at Okanafun. Let me inform our special guest that after the commissioning in December alone, the first month of operations of that hospital, we received 1,180 patient visits. That is to say that the people of that locality were suffering until His Excellency decided to intervene. But why are we here today? Many people erroneously think that we're here to just flag off the Ibom International Hospital. Far from it. We're here to flag off the Ibom Medical City. The International Hospital is just the anchor tenant for the medical metropolis, which the governor has christened the Ibom Medical City. Where did we start from? In 2022 March, His Excellency the Governor consulted with the Nigerian Medical Association. Immediately, he made his ambition known. There were a few of us in this hall who came with him to that meeting. And he did tell the NMA a few things. One, I am going to train medical doctors. I dare say that this governor is the first to institute the medical residency training fund in this state. And before any other government in Nigeria for this year, as early as January, the governor paid the medical residency training fund to all Akwa Ibom resident doctors on that training. That is significant because many states are still engaging with their government to replicate same. And at that meeting, he said, let us reverse medical tourism. 3 minutes, I'm on. So let's reverse medical tourism. I'm just begging Morgan to give me 3 minutes. Akwa Ibom people really need to know what this is about. And look at the numbers. 2 billion leaves Nigeria, not in Naira, in dollars, every year. What if a small slice of that, maybe 50 million USD, is retained in Akwa Ibom? Imagine the impact on our people. And the Slides show us why they travel. So what was His Excellency's response? Let's not just build a hospital. Let's build a medical city. Somewhere that is a destination for healthcare. So where is this medical city? It begins along the medical corridor, which starting from the Ibom Specialist Hospital to 4 Points by Sheraton. Your Excellency permits me to dwell a little on Ibom Specialist Hospital. You are special guest. I always tell my people that medicine is the only profession where tailors, mechanics, everyone has an opinion. They will not leave it for the professionals. We've had the erroneous impression that the Ibom Specialist Hospital has been abandoned. This is a governor who is known as the governor with the finisher's anointing, completing projects that had been previously abandoned. Let me inform the minister that in January this year, the governor gave us a 2025 model GE CT scan, 128 slides, AI-enabled, installed at that facility. In November last year, the governor provided 11 ICU beds and other medical equipment to the hospital. As we speak, we're engaging with contractors on how best to approach the completion of that hospital, which itself was opened for use in its first phase. And so, to our dear people of Akwa Ibom, investment, massive investment, running into billions of naira is still going on there because the Ibom Specialist Hospital actually is the second anchor tenant for the Ibom Medical City project. So what would we be doing from healthcare to wellness to research and all of that? We have 4 distinct zones: the medical zone, the pharmaceutical zone, education and commercial zone. It is for the pharmaceutical zone that we are happy that Dr. Mukhtar, who is the national coordinator of the presidential healthcare value chain, is here because we believe that seeing what the governor is doing would help him fulfill his mandate towards attracting investors to site their pharmaceutical manufacturing here. We have a 350-bed quaternary hospital that gives the full answer to radio oncology. Once the Ibom International Hospital, which the contractor will give his commitment, is built to be completed in the first quarter of next year, there will be no need to travel anywhere else for oncology. As I begin to wind down, let me say that this hospital would hold for us cardiac intervention centers, advanced surgical centers, but the other components are also the State Central Blood Bank. I'll not be able to share all that I have come with. Let me just inform you that where you're standing is going to perhaps be Nigeria's first green hospital. 2.5 megawatt solar tank farm, and everything here going green. Why is Akwa Ibom suited here best for this project? We have the supporting infrastructure, an international airports, and Ibom Air that makes it easy to come down here. And this hospital will serve everyone within Nigeria, the West African coast. I thank every one of us, and we shall engage further. The executive business prospectus will be passed for those who are interested. Can visit the Ministry of Health for further information. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, our special guest.
Thank you, the brass band. Your Excellency, a lot already said, a lot more to be said. Before we welcome the project coordinator who would come to speak more directly on the Ibom International Hospital project, we want the multimedia team to please project for us a 3-minute documentary on the projects for whose construction we're here to turn the SOD. The multimedia, please.
Has been taking
You're standing
place,
in front of the screen.
not for vacation, not for business. For decades, a quiet migration has been taking place, not for vacation, not for business, but for survival. Every year, thousands of Nigerians leave their homeland in search of something many countries take for granted: quality healthcare. But this comes at a cost. Not just emotional, not just physical, but economic. Billions of dollars leave Nigeria every single year in the name of medical tourism. But what if the story could change? What if healing didn't require a passport? In Akwa Ibom State, a bold answer is rising. The Ibom International Hospital, a 350-bed world-class medical facility designed not just as a hospital, but as a statement that Nigeria can heal, Nigeria can innovate, Nigeria can lead.
Pastor Moino, Governor of Akwa Ibom State. Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the Honorable Minister for Health and special guest of honor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Teyin Sokarari, and I'm the company's the project coordinator for the Ibom International Hospital project. Now, I'm going to talk about the journey, because when we come here, you see a hospital, you don't understand that it's a journey. And because we are coming and during the turning of the sword, we are going to see how we came about this project. And one day, when we cut the red tape, I believe that all of us will be a part of this fantastic project. Now, the first step was, how do we translate His Excellency's vision into the hospital? And there were three parts of the vision. The first was solving today's problem and tomorrow's problem also. Then also, a system that feeds, grows, and cares for itself. And lastly, world-class technology used by our own people. That was key. Now, to design the institution, we broke into two ways. We had to make sure that we had a system, a hospital, with the technology, with the systems that can meet the expected end for the project. Now, how do we go about doing that? We looked at it from, what are the needs? What are the oncology needs? What are the healthcare needs? What are the sustainability needs? And I've been handling projects for 18 years. I can tell you something. This is the first time where I've been in the space where the leader is interested in the sustainability of the project. I think you need to put your hands together for His Excellency for this. You see, this is not just a project. It's seen as an investment. After we talked about the project, he said one thing: you have to show me that this project can sustain itself. So we had to spend more time with Akiko, trying to ensure that the model doesn't become a liability, or it doesn't become a point where the state has to spend so much money just to keep the lights on. And that affected the whole design. So the next step was, how do we design such a facility? We looked at it and said, okay, first, the form. And the beautiful thing is that every step of the way, we are not on this alone. We worked with the entire healthcare infrastructure in the States, the consultants, and one more thing I need to mention, this is the first time I have seen a project where the state, His Excellency, has a clear vision of what to do, and all the consultants, all the specialists in the state had already put everything together. It was a very clear vision. And so all we needed to do was just to come together and put this in a measurable, achievable hospital, which is becoming the Ibom International Hospital. Now, what is unique about this hospital is the design. It's a 10-story building. We have a basement. Now, what we did is we put the radiology and the radio-oncology in the basement. From the ground floor to the first floor, we have the outpatient department. Now, we have 62 specialties that can work in this hospital. And I'm proud to say that there are few teaching hospitals that have the capacity of what we have in this hospital. Thank you, Excellency, for bringing this to Akwa Ibom State. Now, one of the beautiful things about this hospital is that it's not just, it doesn't have a hospital feel. The ground floor to the second floor, where you have the OPD, has a large atrium. When you come in, you don't feel you're in a hospital. The accident and emergency comes in from the basement. And behind the emergency, you have a fully fledged blood bank. So you can have all blood products, all blood types from this hospital. When we go to the next floor, you have the theater. That's the beautiful part of this hospital. The theater, you have a robotic theater, you have a transplant theater, and I'm going to say something proudly, and I think Siemens will confirm this. We have an intra-op MRI system here, and there is none in the whole of Africa and just 2 in Europe. And we are bringing that to Akwa Ibom State. Now, this is done because you have a governor that understands what he wants. And the first meeting was clear. Ensure you have the technology, not just for today, but tomorrow. And I asked the question, Your Excellency, some of these technologies, they are not, we don't know them. Most people can't use them. He says that, look, when you get the technology, we can train our people. And so as part of the project, we are training 100 Akwa Ibomites on the use of these equipments. And so what's happening is, by the 6 months to the end of the project, we are going to have all the OEMs, the partner Siemens, from Mindray to the rest of them, every 100 Akwa Ibomites across the medical cadre will be sent abroad, not just for the equipment, but it's important to optimize these equipments. And so that's what we have to ensure. It's not about having a beautiful machine, but we need a beautiful machine that works. And that's the dream His Excellency has for the hospital. Now, there are some unique things about this facility we need to talk about. One of them is the fact that we have a 2.5 megawatts solar farm here. Now, we might not understand the implications of this, but let me put it in a way we all understand. This means that between, all things being equal, between 10 to 5 p.m., this hospital will be running purely on solar. And with that, we have 4 power sources. We have, it's good the Honorable Minister is here. Sir, we have your gas generator with us. So basically, where are we now on the project? Morgan is already here, so I have to rush through it. Where are we now on the project? What we have done is that, as you can see, we have put 356 piles inside the ground. Now, you might not understand what 356 piles is. Imagine you have an 8-story building and you put that in the ground. We have 356 of that inside the ground to ensure that the foundation of this building is second to none. And currently, we have a raft of 1.8 meters. All this you'll see outside. Because of the commitment we have to this project, we work 24 hours on this project, both day and night. And the beautiful thing about this is that on this project, we say one thing: we do not have contractors, we have partners. So every company that comes into this project, you're not here to supply an equipment. We bring you into the governor's vision, we bring into the IIH dream. You have to understand you're a part of this, not just on the short term, but also on the long term. And also, some of these companies have committed to making IIH a reference center. So as I stand here, on behalf of myself, my company, all the partners, all the consultants, everybody that has made this project come to where it is today, we make this commitment today, Your Excellency, that your dream for the Akwa Ibom people is going to be fulfilled in IIH. And I think we need to thank God that we have a governor like Pastor Int'l, because for you to have that level of clarity, for you to understand the business part and also the public part in project, it is very rare. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you for IIH, and my commitment is here to stay. Thank you.
The brass band. If you watch the screen, what you see there is the progress video showing when they started. And some of the things he said, you can picture them. You see the height, the width of what has gone underground to ensure the stability and the structural efficiency of the Ibom International Hospital that will come to be. Please, can we put our hands together and celebrate Dr. Isokrari and, of course, all of the partners who are working with him and His Excellency the Governor to ensure that this program or this project is not just on paper, but every day it is steadily moving from vision, from an architectural masterpiece to a solid infrastructure on the landscape of Akwa Ibom State. Please, can we put our hands together one more time as we celebrate His Excellency Pastor Umoino. Thank you very much. We'll allow the video to continue without the audio so that we can manage time. But Your Excellency, while Dr. Tay was speaking, he mentioned some organizations as partners and said that they are going to make this Ibom International Hospital their referral center. Maybe people may not believe. People may not even know or believe that these partners are real. So we're going to hear from 2 of the partners, not a long speech, just a statement of commitment rather, so that our very special guest of honor will see them and help us hold them accountable at the higher level. Please, can we please welcome the representative from Siemens. Please, can we put our hands together, celebrate Mr. Mohammed Shoki, I'm sure. Here's the one coming out for that statement of commitment. This is an internationally renowned medical infrastructure and equipment company, and we are happy that they are in Akwa Ibom State. Please, can we celebrate him as he takes the microphone?
Thank you so much. Your Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom, Honorable Minister of Health, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a great privilege to be here today on behalf of Siemens Healthineers as we celebrate this important milestone for what promises to be one of the most advanced healthcare facilities in Nigeria. First, I would like to congratulate you, Your Excellency, the leadership, team, and all stakeholders who have contributed in bringing this vision to life. Projects such as this demonstrate the commitment to strengthen healthcare infrastructure and expanding access to world-class medical services for the people of Nigeria. Siemens Healthineers is proud to support this project as a strategic technology partner from the beginning. We have shared a common vision to bring cutting-edge healthcare solutions closer to patient healthcare professionals. This hospital is particularly significant because it's setting a new benchmark for healthcare innovation in Africa, not only in Nigeria. With advanced technology such as interoperative MRI, mobile CT for the first time in Africa, robotic cath lab, again first time in Africa, and 3 Tesla MRI capabilities, the facility is positioning itself among the pioneers of modern healthcare delivery in the region. This will help clinicians make faster, more accurate diagnosis and deliver better patient outcomes. Beyond technology, what excites us most is the opportunity to build a long-term partnership. We see tremendous potential for this facility to become a reference site where we can invite different customers, not only from Africa, from Middle East, and from the world, showcasing best practice and advanced healthcare solution, not only for Nigeria, but for the wider region. We are also excited about the possibility of establishing a medical solution and training center here in Akwa Ibom. Such initiative would help support the development of healthcare professionals, strengthen clinical education, and contribute for building local infrastructure capacity for the future. Once again, congratulations to Your Excellency, the Governor, on this remarkable achievement. We look forward to continuing our partnership and supporting the success of this facility for many years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the statement of commitment. He said he would continue to partner with Akwa Ibom State government for many years to come. Please, can we put our hands together to celebrate Mr. Mohammed from Siemens? Thank you very, very much. Your Excellency, several other partners, but time would fail us to take all of them. But let me invite from Mandre, Mr. Joseph Zing, to also come to further solidify the commitment that we have so far received. Not just that this hospital will be completed, but that it will be properly and adequately equipped to global standard. Mr. Zing, please.
Your Excellency, Governor of the Akwa Ibom State, Honorable Minister of Health, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. So my name is Joseph from Mindry. As a global medical manufacturer, what we bring to this hospital, to Akwa Ibom, is that our automation TRA, that's total lab automation, which combines hematology, immunoassay, and chemistry, and all the lab equipment. We can have like more than 800 tubes in just 1 hour, which means thousands and thousands of tests in just 1 hour. And as Dr. Dean just mentioned, we'll be the long-term partner, will be providing the talent training and also the complete after service, and also we can do some technology innovation in the future. And once again, thank you, Your Excellency, which can bring all of us together and bring better healthcare to this Akwa Ibom and to the people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We appreciate all of you for the commitment. And please, for those who could not speak here, we still trust on the commitment earlier given. Your Excellency, this event draws very, very strategic partners, both from the private sector and of course also from the public sector. So now we're going to be receiving the remarks from the National Coordinator of the Presidential Initiative for Unlocking the Healthcare Value Chain. Please, can we put our hands together, celebrate and welcome to the microphone one of those on the delegation of the Honorable Minister. Please, can we celebrate Dr. Abdul Mukhtar as he takes the microphone. I don't think we're clapping. I don't know, maybe we are overwhelmed by the magnitude of this project, but please, can we put our hands together to honor him? Thank you.
Your Excellency, Executive Governor Akwa Ibom State, Honorable Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Alipate, Honorable Minister of State for Gas, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, today is my first time in Akwa Ibom State. And Minister, I know you brought me here, but I'm sorry to say I'm not going back with you to Abuja. I'm staying right here in Akwa Ibom State because of the vision, because of the infrastructure, because of the commitment, the energy, and the passion that I see in this room. It's really, really remarkable. So the Presidential Initiative for Unlocking the Healthcare Value Chain was established about 2.5 years ago by His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do three things. Number one is to increase the share of locally manufactured healthcare products. This is a $46 billion market in Nigeria. We import about 70% of all the healthcare products that we use in this country. Some of the products we import almost 100%. So the president wants to turn that around. He wants Nigeria to produce at least 70% of the healthcare, essential healthcare commodities that we use in this country by the year 2030. This is a big vision. Your Excellency, the pharmaceutical park, that slot, that is a way to achieve that. You are already providing the leadership. You are already showing the way to all other states that this can be done. The second KPI that the president gave us is to reduce outbound medical tourism. The commissioner talked about the $2 billion that we spend every year. To be able to reverse that, you need to build the quality infrastructure, you need to build the quality diagnostic facilities. And the commissioner said we should keep at least $50 million out of that in Akwa Ibom State. I say we keep at least $200 million right here in Akwa Ibom State from that. Since inception, we've done a number of things in the presidential initiative. We built an ecosystem to enable an environment where local manufacturing can thrive. We've attracted about $2.5 billion in investments from the development finance institutions to channel into various projects. We've created a training academy to train the skills so that when the industry starts coming up. And this morning, I got a report that the Empower Academy in Nigeria that we established, right now we have about 3,000 people enrolled. And there are 125 people from Akwa Ibom. This is statistics that I got, that Akwa Ibom citizens right here that are already taking some of the 40 courses that we're offering online. We've created a supply chain mechanism, a group purchasing organization. So we're doing a lot to do this. So what I want to say, Your Excellency, is that you have the full commitment of the presidential initiative. And the minister is our leader. The president has delegated his power under this initiative to the honorable minister to lead. So he's the one driving this. And we will continue to work to do this. In many parts of the world, they attempt to do medical cities, and they have failed. They failed because of a number of reasons. Number one, because the vision is not very clear. This is not the case in Akwa Ibom, because you have the vision, Your Excellency, you have the people, you have the talent, you have the commitment, work is already going on here. So that condition is already met. The second is the infrastructure, lack of infrastructure. Given the infrastructure that we see in the rest of the city, in the rest of the state, we know that the infrastructure is already a given. And we've seen that it's already in the presentation that that is going to happen. You're talking about building the human capital. We are working on that as well. So our commitment to you is we'll work with you. We'll mobilize resources from development finance institutions and other financiers. We'll bring them to Akwa Ibom to set shop here. We'll create and make this center a center for innovation and research, because those are some of the fundamentals when you want to create a system that will sustain. So you have our full commitment, and the minister actually has given me a directive. So even if I'm not committed, he's already given me the directive. And because of that, to finish up, I know you have not given me any appointment, but I'm appointing myself today as the chief marketer of this Akwa Ibom Medical City, and I will do all my best to make sure that it happens. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Is that how you are celebrating the chief marketer of the Ibom International Hospital, Akwa Ibom State, Dr. Mokhtar? Thank you so much. Very smart, very committed, very affable. Your Excellency, my thinking is that Dr. Mokhtar has shown sufficient commitment to come from Surubium local government area. Please, can we put our hands together to celebrate him? I'll zone him straight to Ikorekwere this time. Your Excellency, Ikorekwere is full. Please, for the lone message of goodwill, we know how you feel. We know you are excited. We understand that if there was time, everyone here would have wanted to say a thing or two. But time is of the essence. A special guest of honor has to meet other appointments today. So let me welcome the only person who speaks in the series of goodwill messages, the Secretary General of the Nigeria Cancer Society, from where we will drop the 200 million USD that Dr. Mokhtar has talked about. Please, can we celebrate Professor Adamu Bujude as he takes the microphone for the only goodwill message at this event. Thank you.
Thank you, Morgan. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Umoeno, Your Excellency, the Coordinating Minister of Health, Professor Mohammed Alipate, Your Excellency, the Minister of Gas. Thank you very much. This is an opportunity, and it's a good news. Your Excellency, I am here on behalf of the Nigerian Cancer Society, on behalf of my president, Professor Abidemi Omonisi. I am so much elated looking at this very ambitious project. I believe that this is done. And for the Nigerian cancer patients, the survivors, just recently we celebrated or had a symposium on cancer survivors in Akwa Ibom State. It was a success. It was supported by the NCS branch, the Nigerian Cancer Society branch of the Akwa Ibom State, ably led by Dr. Ikudamia, and Pastor Obike. She is here. It was wonderful. Your Excellency, sir, I'm assuring you that Nigerian Cancer Society, the Nigerian cancer patients are going to, this is a good news for them. We are really going to inform the whole of the Nigerian Cancer Society and cancer patients that the problem is actually solved. This is what we are really looking for, and there is a lot of medical tourism out of Nigeria for cancer treatment. And this is one thing we are looking for. And I'm really very happy that I'm here to witness this. Your Excellencies, sir, Nigerian Cancer Society has 36 plus 1 branch in FCT and local government with international branches. This message is already going to them. We've already started posting on social media about this gigantic project. We are immensely grateful to you. May God bless you. May God give you the opportunity to do more than this. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Your Excellency, thank you for extending the window for me to take at least 1 or 2 more remarks in the series of Goodwill messages. I want to invite respectfully the National President of the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, who has gloriously joined us here this afternoon. Please, can we please put our hands together as I bring to the microphone Professor Ernest Fekende Omoti as he takes the mic for the second in the series of Goodwill messages. You're not celebrating, you're not clapping. I'm wondering, please, can we continue to honor him?
Your Excellency, sir, Pastor Omo Eno, PhD, my Honorable Minister, Professor Ali Pate. I'm very sorry, I'm not sure of the protocol today because I just arrived and my flight was delayed by 2.5 hours. So I just entered and came straight here. So please pardon me if I don't, just permit me to say, let me stand on the existing protocol. It's indeed an honor and privilege to stand before you to witness this flagging off of this international health center or international hospital, which the distinguished governor has built for the people of Akwa Ibom. But for me, the people of South-South. I have visited Akwa Ibom about 2 or 3 times earlier, and I have seen the giant strides of our governor. I've seen what he has done, particularly in the health sector. And I can tell you that your achievements in the health sector will be something that every other state in Nigeria should emulate. It's simply outstanding, outstanding. Before now, we were aware of what the governor did in terms of human and capital development, welfare of doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and all the other health workers, how he improved their welfare benefits. And I think he's the first and only governor, to the best of my knowledge, to have a retention allowance for health workers in this state. And he has continued to recruit as many health workers as are available for all the various projects that he has been involved in. So we in the Nigerian Medical Association are very happy with this governor, and we will commend all other governors in Nigeria to come and copy what Pastor Omo Eno is doing in the state. What he has done is what, if every state could do this, then we will achieve what our Honorable Minister has been looking for all this while, to ensure that there is universal health coverage and that health gets to the grassroots. Because not just only in the big towns, I'm aware of the work he's doing, even in the lower levels, how he has expanded the insurance coverage for people of your state, and all the other things he's doing. We are very aware, and we thank you very much. You have been a role model of governors as far as health is concerned. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you, and we thank you. God bless you, sir. Thank you.
Celebrating the national president of the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, let me use this opportunity to commend all of the Akwa Ibom health stakeholders and strategic players who played a prominent and significant role at the initiation stage of this project, signing and committing to His Excellency that they would support this vision until its successful execution. Your Excellency, I'd like to welcome the Honorable Minister, or rather Commissioner, in charge of the Ministry of Housing in Akwa Ibom State. It is his responsibility to take the vote of thanks. Dr. Henry Achibong for vote of thanks. This project is being managed by almost 5 ministries: the Ministry of Special Duties, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Land, and of course, Ministry of Housing. They have nominated him for the vote of thanks on their behalf because he's also a medical doctor. Please, can we put our hands together to celebrate the Commissioner for Housing?
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, our dear Governor, my boss, my teacher, my mentor. Your Excellency, I want to thank you personally for giving me this opportunity to stand here on this platform. And I thank you for giving me that opportunity to serve Akwa Ibom State at a time like this. Your Excellency, if we listen to all the speakers before me, the Commissioner for Health, the consultant to this project in their reviews, we will all agree with me that it's very difficult to say thank you to His Excellency. But the only thing that, the only words that we use in saying thank you to anyone, no matter what one has done, is thank you. And as a medical doctor, I want to say, Your Excellency, that this project is the icing on the cake. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you because you're very futuristic, you're very intentional about the development of Akwa Ibom State. Now, why am I standing here? I'm standing here as the Commissioner for Housing. If you open your program to page 24 and 25, you will see why I call my governor a very intentional governor. He has not just provided the international Ibom Medical City, the international hospital, he has also provided housing, quality housing to support the healthcare workers that are going to service this institution. He has brought proximity and such that the ease of doing business as far as this ecosystem is concerned is going to be seamless. So today I stand to thank His Excellency. I thank our special guest of honor, and Your Excellency, please permit me to thank our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because you've said severally that he has caused funds to be released to states in which you have used judiciously. Your Excellency, we can't thank you enough. I want to thank the Deputy Governor for being a stabilizer, a mother. I thank the Coordinator Office of the First Lady for standing in the gap for our former First Lady. And Your Excellency, we thank everyone, the SSG, the senators, the Minister for Petroleum Gas, a friend of the governor and a friend of Akwa Ibom State, for all the support that everyone has given, including your team, Your Excellency, for being able to interpret your dreams and actualize this noble project. Thank you, Your Excellency, our fathers in faith, the local government chairman, and the youths, both male and female youths. We thank you all for your support. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The Right Honorable Dr. Henry Achibong, the Honorable Commissioner in charge of the Ministry of Housing in Akwa Ibom State. We thank you for thanking all of those you remembered to mention by name and office and of course those that have received your appreciation, though they may not have been mentioned. Thank you very much, the brass band. The hour has come where we are going to hear from a leader that continues to make introducing and recognizing him very difficult for some of us. When he commissioned the Senior Citizen Center, it was fitting to refer to him as a governor that respects and honors elders. It wasn't up to 2 months later, he commissioned the Youth Development Center, and we switched over and called him the Youth-Friendly Governor. As if that was not enough, we see that he's going to all the villages and all the wards, building compassionate homes for widows, and we call him the Compassionate Governor. In every sector, he's doing things, and we do not exactly know how to describe him. Because today, I don't think that there is any other governor in Nigeria who should be nicknamed the health-friendly governor other than Pastor Moyeno, PhD. So please, can I therefore invite all of you to celebrate the man who is who he says he is, Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Moyeno, PhD, connecting the dots, developing Akwa Ibom State one project at a time. Very humble, very intentional, very dedicated and committed to the progress of Akwa Ibom State. And today, we hear from the man of the moment. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please, let's be seated. Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Distinguished Senator Dr. Akon Eyarayi, the Coordinator of the Office of the First Lady, my beautiful daughter, Helen, and your spouse, the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Ali Mohammed Pate, CON. Thank you so much for always responding when we come calling. My brother, the Honorable Minister of State, Petroleum Resources, Gas, thank you so much for bringing the Honorable Minister here to us. Distinguished Senators and members of the House of Representatives, the Honorable Speaker of Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, the Chairman of our party, the All Progressive Congress, members of the State Working Committee, please, because we are running for time so that we don't get cut off on the live television, permit me to adopt all of the protocols that was so clearly enunciated by Morgan. But let me recognize our Chief Marketing Officer, the doctor that just spoke, and is doing a great job. We're gathered here this afternoon for the official unveiling of one of the most audacious projects we are currently executing for the benefit of our people in particular and the nation in general, the smart, world-class Ibom International Hospital. The Honorable Commissioner for Health, Dr. Emmanuel Ekem John, and the consultants have spoken so eloquently about the unique features of this facility. So I'll go straight into laying the vision behind the construction of this hospital. Bible in Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2 says, write the vision, make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. The unveiling of this project is intended to achieve that clarity. Let me welcome the Coordinating Minister of Health and all our esteemed guests for honoring our invitation at this event. But first, permit me to thank Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for making it possible for us to have this facility in Akwa Ibom by releasing funds to subnationals to execute gigantic projects such as this. The people of Akwa Ibom State are grateful to you, sir. And as the saying goes, to whom much is given, much is expected. We will show our appreciation
come January 2027 by returning you overwhelmingly back to Aso Rock, so you may continue in your patriotic task of renewing our nation and positioning her for shared growth and prosperity. You may have already seen aspects of this speech which detailed my vision for this project in the program. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 3 clearly reflects my vision for healthcare delivery in Akwa Ibom State, which in the main is to ensure healthy living and the well-being of our people, from the rural communities up onto the urban cities. This vision forms the foundation for the establishment of the Medical Corridor Initiative with the Ibom International Hospital as the flagship project and the anchor tenant. Right, this facility is about 100 hectares, and we have projects, just like the Honorable Commissioner explained, mapped out for various other medical facilities. But right to our right is the Senator Oluremi Tinubu Elderly Citizen Center, which she commissioned, and that's one of the things that you have here. We trust that we want to work with the federal government under the able leadership of the Honorable Minister as we partner to deliver this project, not just to Akwa Ibom people, but to the entire nation. The Ibom International Hospital is designed and conceptualized to help reverse medical tourism by delivering world-class healthcare services across critical specialties, including oncology, cardiology, cardiovascular surgery, neurology, neurosurgery, trauma care, orthopedics, critical care, and other advanced fields of medicine. Our aspiration for the International Hospital is to become one of Nigeria's benchmark for technology-driven, patient-centered healthcare, an institution that will attract patients, healthcare professionals, research partners, and investment across and beyond Africa. Beyond improving health outcomes, creating employment opportunities, attracting world-class talent, partnering with our diaspora community that will want to give back to our people. We are providing excellent environment, excellent conditions that will make them want to look back home to ensure that they find fulfillment after receiving all the training out there. They want to find fulfillment in giving back to their people. This project is conceived in line with our governance blueprint, the Arise Agenda. The Ibom Medical City project aligns squarely with the Nigerian Health Sector Renewal Investment Initiative and the broad healthcare objectives of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope Agenda. So we look forward to sustained collaboration, technical support, resource mobilization as we develop this center of excellence and healthcare delivery, medical tourism, education, research, innovation, and pharmaceutical manufacturing. With Akwa Ibom having an international airport, with Ibom Air expanding its fleet, and we're receiving a brand new A220 Airbus in July and expanding the fleet of Ibom Air, we believe that we can walk around the sub-region. There's free entry and exit into Akwa Ibom. The tourism, medical tourism and other tourism infrastructure in our state is beginning to take its course. We are very intentional. We are conscious. We look at every project on the merits and demerits. This project is not just a project, but is an investment. And properly managed, we know that Akwa Ibom is going to be the centerpiece of medical tourism in this sub-region. we look forward to that as we have put in sustainable plans for this investment to run on its own. We thank God for the commitment of our partners, Siemens, and all the rest of them. But we'll continue to increase the participation of our people by continuing to move and requesting them to register with the insurance agencies so they can have very seamless access to this facility. We need to grow our insurance registration, and we know that this is possible. Honorable Minister, we have recruited over 2,854 medical personnel into the civil service of the state since March 2025, and have invited back to serve as consultants are retired medical professionals who are still strong enough to serve. These are intentional things we are doing in the health sector and all around our state. We came to serve our people, and we are committed to serving them, building on the achievements of past leaders of this state, one building block after another, and we are beginning to get there. I promise by the grace of God that this project will be delivered on time. I have a timeline with the consultant, and we know that by the grace of God, by June next year, we will invite the Honorable Minister and the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to the full commissioning of this project. Akwa Ibom is rising to a golden era, and we aim to have a healthy, agile, productive workforce to help drive our growth and shared prosperity. Thank you so much, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless Akwa Ibom State. Thank you for coming.
The brass band. Thank you, the brass band. Another round of applause for His Excellency, the Governor. Thank you so much for situating this project within the right context. I'd like to now most respectfully receive, as we welcome, the very special guest of honor today, himself the Coordinating Minister for Health and Social Welfare, a friend of Akwa Ibom State, for his address and thereafter the official unveiling of this demo, and thereafter we go outside for the time. Thank you very much, the brass band. The Honorable Minister, please. Can we please respectfully take our seats as the Honorable Minister speaks?
Thank you. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Umo Basieno, PhD. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Senator Dr. Akon Ayokenyi, the Coordinator, Office of the First Lady and her spouse, my dear brother, the Honorable Minister of Petroleum Resources, Gas for State, who is here with us, members of the National Assembly, Secretary to the State Government, members of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, all senior government officials, the Commissioner of Health, the Commissioner of Housing, and all members of the State Executive Council, all the partners of this amazing project. I would like to acknowledge the President of the Nigerian Medical Association, Professor Omoti, for being here as well. Our elders, the paramount rulers, the religious leaders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for want of time, I would like to crave your indulgence to stand on the existing protocol. Your Excellency, I had written a very detailed speech to give, but unfortunately I've been destabilized completely. I'm not sure I can be able to read my speech because I came with a delegation comprising the Executive Director of the Primary Healthcare Agency, the coordinator of the sector-wide program, the coordinator of the Presidential Initiative to Unlock the Value Chain. Those are among the key pillars of the health sector at the federal level. When I heard Dr. Mukhtar saying that he will remain in Akwa Ibom, I completely lost my bearing. And I started thinking perhaps I should also stay in Akwa Ibom. If you are able to keep Dr. Mukhtar here, I will let the two colleagues, I think, go back to Abuja. So I think a lot has been said. I will just say a few things. Your Excellency, I want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate the government of Akwa Ibom State and the people of Akwa Ibom State. You quoted the scriptures. I believe, and you are a pastor, I'm not a pastor, but I will say, I recall, where there is no vision, the people perish. Here in Akwa Ibom, we have a leader, a governor that has clarity of vision. I want to commend you for your clarity of vision, for your doggedness, the tenacity to go get things done, your commitment, your passion for your people. I've been here, this is not the first time. I've seen it, I have followed. Your commissioner always comes to me and tells me what's going on. And I see it in him, but I now see the origin of what he is doing. So I want to thank you, Your Excellency, for this amazing leadership. From where I sit, I see the vision of the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and I see the handshake between Akwa Ibom State and the vision of the President. And that is translating into real development for our country. In health in Akwa Ibom, you build primary healthcare centers, you recruited health workers. I've been to some of those. You've provided the enablement, the retention program, the residency training funds, all the commitments that you have made on the human resources in addition to the infrastructure. Those are all the building blocks for a health system that will deliver for the people, that will lead to accumulation of human capital, that will build a successful, prosperous, healthy Akwa Ibom State into the future. So thank you, Your Excellency, for that amazing vision. And may God give you the strength and continue to guide your hands to deliver for the people of Akwa Ibom State. What we're here today to do, the unveiling of the 350-bed Ibom International Hospital and the Ibom Medical City project, the unveiling and the turning of the sword is really a key milestone. But to understand it, the reforms that Mr. President has unleashed in the last 3 years, unprecedented as they may have been, people find difficulty to understand where is it going to take us. But it is taking us through the work that we are doing here. With the withdrawal of subsidy, with the monetary policy reforms, with the tax reforms, the revenue of this country is increasing. The revenue as a portion of our GDP is increasing. Some of this revenue is what is now coming to the states. And we're seeing you use those resources to transform the lives of our people. If every state will take from that, this country would be moving steadily to achieve the prosperity that Mr. President has laid out in his vision, that the Renewed Hope agenda has articulated. That is the way our fiscal federalism will work to deliver development for this country to be great, as it should be, because there is greatness in our future. In the health sector, over the last 3 years, under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we've seen steady progress because of the macro-fiscal reforms and because of the leadership of the President and the handshake with the state governors. We've seen reduction by 17% of maternal mortality compared to 2023 in 2025. We've seen reduction by 10% of newborn mortality in Nigeria. This is fact. Malaria is 15% prevalence according to the Malaria Indicator Survey, the lowest it has been for a very long time, almost unprecedented. We've seen more than 6 million Nigerians added to health insurance rolls in 3 years. More than 3,000 primary healthcare centers revitalized all across Nigeria, and about 1,000 that are in the process because of the collaboration between the federal government and the states. The level of functional primary healthcare centers, level 1 and 2, have now gone to more than 14,000. The Basic Healthcare Provision Fund, more than 70 billion has been disbursed in the last 3 years to the state's primary healthcare to complement what you are putting through your primary healthcare sector. Almost 70,000 frontline health workers have been retrained. Commodities, medical equipment from the federal government, including Akwa Ibom, have been deployed, delivered. That is complementing what the states are doing. And with that, we're seeing the healthcare system turning. Nigeria is making progress under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is making progress in the health sector, undoubtedly. We're seeing the investments that are coming to health. We're seeing what the PVAC coordinator mentioned, almost $5 billion cumulative total investment that will be deployed, $2 billion already at hand. 11 major industrial plays in various parts of this country, at least 47 projects that are investable across Nigeria. Now with the pharmaceutical park that you have put in here, we commit ourselves to working with you to ensure that it comes to life. We have another one in the southeast, in Anambra State, a medical park, and an entity that has attracted major global pharmaceutical companies, Chrome Medics, such as Bayer, Cipla, to manufacture here. In Abuja, through Naseni, test kits. In Ogun State, we have the world's largest bednet manufacturer, Vestagard, has already started constructing its plant, all within the last 3 years. So the health economy is beginning to move. You just need to look at the stock exchange. 4 out of the 10 largest performers in the stock exchange are in the pharmaceutical sector. They themselves are increasing their profitability. So the changes are happening thanks to the leadership of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu and also the steadfast support of all the state governors. This is APC at work. For those who don't know it, this is APC at work. If the president will do this in 3 years, imagine what you can do in 6 more years in transforming this country. So I want to thank you and commit ourselves from the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare that will double down, will support you, will encourage you, will bring our network. I also offer to you that we will reach out to the Nigerians in the diaspora. We have professionals in the United Kingdom, nurses, doctors, pharmacists. We have them in the United States of America, in Canada. Those that are willing to join hands and make the health sector functional. Medical tourism, it's not limited to Nigeria. It's a global phenomenon. But you have created a hub that within 3 hours of flight from Akwa Ibom, there are at least 300 million people. If you build this medical city, as you have started to do, with Ibom Air, with the airport that you have, with the ecosystem that you have pulled together, not only will you provide world-class services for your citizens, or for citizens of the South-South, the entire country, domestic medical tourists will come. Regional medical tourists will come. And don't be surprised if people from Europe and other places also come to get quality medical care in Akwa Ibom. And with our diasporans, I can assure you, they will be willing to explore how they can also partner. I commit to you that when they come in July, the diasporans will be in the country. We will encourage your commissioner to bring them to you to see this project so that they can also join hands in making this country work better for all of us. Your Excellency, I will also, beyond thanking you, encourage you to continue on the path which you have started. In health, I think there are many great things that you have done. I think the co-financing, the equity fund, the mandatory health insurance is key. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has already ordered health insurance to be mandatory for all formal sector employees, if you do mandate it in Akwa Ibom, everybody to enroll, I think that will help significantly in providing that third-party payer that will make this investment sustainable. Secondly, there are public health laws that you may want to consider how to domesticate them. Through the World Bank Hope Program, domesticating some of those laws will allow you to get disbursement link indicators passed that can bring additional resources through the Hope Program that you are part of. The domestication of those laws will be key. Your Excellency, you've done well in allocating resources and in releasing them. I think continuing to do that will be very significant, will add to the momentum that you are making here in Akwa Ibom. And I believe if you add that with the digital transformation, your project manager and the Siemens and Mindray, if you listen carefully, technology, not only the equipment, but the digital technology, the electronic medical records, the entire system, if that is made digital, not only is it allowing folks to get quality services here, but also sets you up for telemedicine and many other services that can be done using technology. Your Excellency, I'll encourage you and your commissioner to work with us to push this agenda. This is good for Akwa Ibom. It's good for Nigeria. I want to thank you and thank the people of Akwa Ibom for really getting this started, but also appreciate our boss, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his steady leadership. Thank you, Your Excellency, and may God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, the brass band. Thank you, the brass band. Please, the Honorable Minister, Your Excellency would please join the Honorable Minister just by the architectural. Please, I had told these videographers to move away more than 30 minutes ago. Please, can you do that now? Please, I would invite all of our special guests, the Executive Director, Primary Healthcare Development Agency, the Coordinator, SWAP, the Coordinator of the Presidential Initiative for Unlocking the Health Value Chain, Dr. Tenye, the partners from Siemens and Mindray. Please, can we please join for the unveiling? Please, let me request everyone to remain seated. We would still accompany His Excellency and, of course, the Honorable Minister for the turning of SOD that would happen outside before the event ends officially. Please let everyone who is supposed to be here, the NMA president should join, and the videographers and photographers, please shift back so you can take the photograph you should take. And now we together witness the official unveiling of the
That's for you.
Okay. Well, it's with great honor and it's a privilege for me to join His Excellency in unveiling the 350-bed in Ibom International Hospital, the anchor to the Ibom Medical City project. May God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, the Honorable Minister. Thank you, the brass band. The Honorable Minister and all our guests now having a feel of what the future holds for Akwa Ibom State through the Ibom Medical City project. His Excellency taking a moment to explain this model as it is, the helipad, the solar farm, the training center, and the 8-story 350-bed hospital with about 52 specialties already described, the wellness center, the healing gardens, about 3 of them, Please let the aisle be cleared. Let the aisle be completely cleared now so that His Excellency and the guests can have some liberty to move to where the turning of the cert would happen officially. Please, His Excellency and the Honorable Minister, gentlemen, please, His Excellency now leading the Honorable Minister to where we would turn the cert, marking the official start of the construction of this international hospital.
Yes.
If you feel too far, go that up, go there, where they don't catch. Follow that inside. Follow that up, go inside like that, where they don't catch there.
Okay.
Climb up. You go there, don't catch place. Go back. Or you go
Linda
down,
is far from where they are standing.
they are not using this mic to talk. So the Minda is far from where they are standing. So who can hear the audio? That's the truth.